This is Jupiter Today for the 11th of January 2015. Jupiter Today is a daily podcast focusing attention on the Jupiter system for the purpose of monitoring activity. At 0 hours UTC, the position of Jupiter on the celestial sphere is a right ascension of 9 hours, 32 minutes, 26.9 seconds, and a declination of positive 15 degrees, 26 minutes, 40.6 seconds. The angular separation of Jupiter from the Sun, as seen from Earth, is 149.518 degrees, and that's 1.116 degrees greater than what it was yesterday. The phase angle, and that's the angle as seen from Jupiter, the angle between the Earth and the Sun, and that's 5.375 degrees, and that's 0.178 degrees less than what it was yesterday. The Earth continues to catch up to Jupiter. Today the distance between Earth and Jupiter is 666,136,018 kilometers, and that's 1,200,662 kilometers less than what it was yesterday, and that gives a relative velocity between Earth and Jupiter of 50,027.58 kilometers per hour, and that's 1,627.39 kilometers per hour slower than what it was yesterday. The central meridian at 0 hours UTC, CM1 197.01 degrees, CM2 56.19 degrees, CM3 317.60 degrees. I'm reintroducing a graphic today. This is the Jupiter system as seen from above. Here's Jupiter in the center. This circle isn't to scale, it's just to indicate the position of Jupiter. And the X and Y scales here are in kilometers. So the furthest moon away, Callisto, gets to about 1.8 million miles from Jupiter, and you can sort of see that here. But here's Io, and here's Europa, and Callisto, and Ganymede, and Callisto over the next 24 hours. This is 0 hours UTC for Europa, Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and then they move in a counterclockwise motion around Jupiter as seen from above. This is 0 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours, and 0 hours UTC tomorrow. The blue line is the direction toward Earth, and in fact, Earth is in this direction. This would be looking away from Earth. The gray line is the direction to the Sun, and this is towards the Sun, and this is away from the Sun. So with these two lines, we can see when and in which geometries the moons are both transiting Jupiter and moving behind Jupiter, and actually interacting with one another as well in their mutual events. Okay, so at 0 hours UTC, you can see that Io begins the day behind Jupiter from Earth's point of view, and is moving into quadrant 1, heading east. Europa spends most of the day in quadrant 4, also heading east. Ganymede spends all day in quadrant 2, heading west. And Callisto spends most of its day in quadrant 3, heading west. At 6 hours UTC, Io is now firmly in Quadrant 1, heading east. Europa continues in Quadrant 4, heading east. 12 hours UTC. Io is past its eastern elongation and is now in Quadrant 2, heading west. And 1800 hours UTC. Io is in Quadrant 2, heading west, coming up on a transit. Europa is still in Quadrant 4, heading east. Gonna go behind Jupiter pretty soon. And it's 0 hours. Tomorrow, Io has transited. Callisto is just at its western elongation. And Europa is moving behind Jupiter. And as you can see, Ganymede's about to also pass in front. There were 9 Jupiter satellite events. First takes place at 1 hour UTC when Io reappears from behind Jupiter. I think I'll put this graphic up. You can sort of look and see when these times are taking place and what the geometries are. At 1917 UTC, the shadow of Io ingresses. At 1951, Europa moves into the shadow of Jupiter. At 2117, the shadow of Ganymede ingresses. At 2135, the shadow of Io egresses. At 2211, the transit of Io ends. At 2345, the transit of Ganymede begins. And at 2356, Europa reappears from behind Jupiter. There were no satellite mutual events today. So on to 24 hours of the sky from the point of view of Jupiter. We're standing on the equator here, just above the atmosphere, so we can see all the stars. The red spot crossed the meridian 3 times today, the first at 1:10, the second at 11:05, and the third at 21:01 UTC. There's some new radio data today from the 10th of January with the UT time shown. Frequencies there in megahertz. And there also were some new images taken, posted on Twitter. And there were no new papers. So please subscribe. I would enjoy hearing your comments and suggestions. The time of this recording is 0 hours 13 minutes UTC on the 11th of January 2015. You can send your comments and images to the email shown. And until tomorrow, I bid you peace.